welcome to the video. In this one I'm gonna talk a bit about investing in some cosmetic transmogs that are selling for very low prices right now, which will probably increase a whole lot in value down the long run. So what we want to do is run a shopping scan for all of the Dragonflight dropped cosmetics. Then basically what you want to do is you want to buy up all of these incredibly cheap transmog items, because since there's so many people playing right now, these items are dropping like crazy, and there's not enough demand to drive the prices up. But what will happen is that in a long time, this is definitely a very long-sighted investment, but in a long time these will be incredibly expensive, like we've seen with the Corthia cosmetics or the cosmetics from Zerath Mortis. So I am going to buy up all of these cheap ones and I'll see you after. So now that we are done buying them all up, we want to take them all out of the mailbox and stock them away for safekeeping until they are actually worth a lot for us to sell. Now obviously you don't want them to just be sitting in your bags taking all of the space of your bank character. So what I would recommend you to do is get a guild bank for yourself where you can stock them up. You can see that I actually already have a whole lot of cosmetic items from the Zerath Mortis area. Now these ones, we can see that I bought them for 120 gold each. They're only about 600 gold on my realm right now, so I wouldn't see them as being worth enough to sell yet. There's also a lot of other items, like this one for example, where I bought them for 90 gold, currently selling for 4,500 gold. And these ones as well, they've 10x'd in value. And these as well, as you can see, some of them are increasing incredibly in their value, as we see with the Corthia shoulders. Now it's selling on the auction house right now for 333k. Probably won't sell at that price. As we can see, the market value is only 17k, but there's also these other ones that I have had in my guild bank for a long time that is pretty valuable to sell now at least, and a incredible profit margin considering what I paid for them and just stuck them in the guild bank for me to forget all about. So I am just gonna put all of the items that I bought into my guild bank, and then I will maybe check on them once a month to just see if they are increasing in price or not. And if they are valuable enough for me to consider them sellable, I will start doing that, start offloading them. But not until I make like 10 or 20 times my investment back. So this is something that obviously won't make you rich quick or anything, but it's very easy to do. It requires basically no knowledge of the market or anything. It doesn't matter really how much gold you have to invest in it, because as I said, it's not really about how much you can make right now. It's about how much it'll be worth in like a month, 6 months, a year, 2, 3 years maybe. Now, one thing there is to consider about this is what kind of items you are actually buying. So if we take a look at this one, I bought a whole lot of those. These are Warglaive transmog, so obviously only demon hunters will be able to use it, which means that once it comes to selling them, they probably won't sell as fast or as expensively as transmog items that can be used by a lot of classes, like with the offhands for most casters, or a two-handed axe, or a staff, or a one-handed sword. Something that could also be worth mentioning is that, let's say you end up buying out the entire auction house in a single item or in multiple items, you could start listing them up now, as we see here, with like very expensive prices. Now, I bought all of these swords for 1k gold each, and the last one on the auction house is at 25k. I could just list up one for the 25k, which would be a pretty nice profit to make on the item, and especially because they will probably sell faster now than they will in the future, but they will sell for more in the future than they will now, especially when there's a ton of on the auction house. We can also see with this polearm transmog I bought, I just listed it at the high price that was already on the auction house. We can also see this with the this one-handed mace and some of the other items here that have pretty unique appearances. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and got an idea of kind of like how to invest in WoW with this video. It's not very in depth, of course, but it provides a bit of insight into how it works and how to usually make a whole lot of gold with a very minimal investment. At least in this case, where it's buying a lot of items for very cheap and just stocking them away for a long time and selling them once the supply of the item has died out. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.